Hello friends, Those Back Pages here. I hope you're well. I wanted to start tonight's episode by addressing something that I feel is stating the obvious, but I'm going to state it anyway. The views and opinions that I share here with you guys are of mine and mine only. I was watching a video that a show up in the Boston area, Jeff Bowman 51 put out a video today about just going through the show, show highlights type of thing. And he spoke to one dealer who mentioned me by name in my discussion about sell 10s and collect 9s. So I wanted to briefly go over that. You see, when I get into something new, I like to read up on it, do my homework, so to speak. And when I had come back to the hobby in 2005, things had changed a lot. When stepping away back in 97, early 98, things had changed a lot. When I left, slabs were booming and they were expensive. I don't remember pricing, but they were not affordable. Even in 9 form, this is in 1997. But when I came back in 2005, things had changed. So I did my homework, comparing different cards, different grades, different pricing. And this was one of the first cards I picked up. I had shown it before. One of the cards I studied was the Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck Rookie. You all know what it looks like. And at the time, and again, this is 2005, maybe. Yeah, 2005, maybe, or early 2006. And PSA 10s were 200-ish. And PSA 9s were 50-ish. So I had to say to myself, do you want to spend the 200 on the PSA 10 or 50 on the PSA 9? Now, of course, I want to reiterate, there's no wrong way to collect. How many times have I told you guys that? You can collect who you want, how you want, when you want. And, everyone has their own budget, what they want to spend on cards, what they can spend on cards, what they feel like spending on cards. I don't care what your budget is. Let me rephrase that. That sounds ignorant and stuff, but there are cards to collect for every single budget. Let me repeat that. There are cards to collect for every single budget. Might not be the card you want, or the grade you want, or the appearance you want, but it's possible. So what I wound up doing is picking up the PSA 9, this actual copy. This is the old flip with the hologram on the back. That glare is horrible. So yes, PSA 9. I've also seen a lot of discussion about Slabgate. Obviously that's, you know, long. It's going to be a long time as well. It's just barely starting to, you know, be a thing. So, you know, if you're one of those types of people that are, you know, rabid, like, all right, let's slam down third-party grading, it's all a scam and it's all bullshit and a waste of money, and the suckers are collecting those. You know, that's one side of thinking, and that's wrong. You know, and then of course that slabs are everything and blah blah blah, that's wrong too. And there's middle ground. Somebody on Blowout just today posted a thread in the football section. He picked up his, what he considered a holy grail for himself. He picked up a Tom Brady Contenders autograph rookie. Hands down the best Tom Brady rookie card there is. It's not open to debate. How many there are is open to debate. They're not numbered. Probably between 1,500 and 2,000, maybe. Depends on who you talk to, what you believe. But that card is almost 20 years old. Came out in 2000, so it's almost 20 years old. So they're not easy to find, period. And the high grade cards are very expensive. Even near mint cards are 5-figure cards now. So he bought a copy that was deemed by PSA to be altered. He knew what he was buying when he bought it. Let me repeat that. He knew what he was buying when he bought it. He wasn't being scammed. He did not know it was deemed authentic. Deemed to be trimmed a little too skinny. But yet, you know, the blowhards that are, oh, third-party grading is a scam, and you bought a trimmed card, so now you're supporting the trimmers, you're backing the trimmers, you're supporting this bad behavior. What a load of shit. The guy knew what he was buying. He didn't buy it from a trimmer. He bought it aftermarket, and he knew what he was buying. He wanted to own the card. Let me repeat that. He wanted to own the card. Very happy to own the card. He happens to collect Patriots Contenders rookie autos, and I think it was the only one he was missing to be up to date. But yet, the same people, oh, I can't believe you bought a trimmed card. How dare you support the bad actors in this hobby? It was painful to see people. I get it. There's a strong class of people. There are some fellow tubers that have built their sub count on Slabgate and doomsdaying everything. But that's for another time. had to get that off my chest because it's ridiculous. You can't really say anything on Blowout about it. It's their board, so you have to follow their rules. But over the course of the summer, we've seen, this is another thing I can talk about on my channel, but best not to speak about it on Blowout because it's their board, their rules, they're paying for it, it's free to join. But that's where my problem is. It's free to join, but if you get kicked off, if you get banned, you don't get to come back. Hey, they're rules. You sign up, when you sign up, you agree to the rules. But we have now, over the summer, some instance even before, we have a bunch of people that we like to call previously banned members, PBMs. And they've come out of the woodwork now, like crazy in my opinion. And again, everything I'm talking about is my opinion. And, you know, if you happen to be a PBM or will be one in the future, here's a pro tip for you. When you start your new account, you do not, let me slow it down. You start your new account, you do not come in hot. Plain and simple. You don't come in spouting off at the mouth like you know everything. Especially if you start instancing previous events before you signed up as a new member. That's a dead giveaway. Also, you might want to work on your technique because we all tend to be the same. Not the same as in, we all tend, let me start that over again. We all have our own style. Posting style, replying style, just stuff like that, and it's a giveaway. And eventually it comes out and they get banned again, and PB banned, PBM. But because of the whole Slabgate thing, over the summer, they were kind of like, all right, well, you know, we've got these people coming over from Net 54, and, you know, now they're interested in it, and they're joining our board. Total BS, but all right. But enough's enough on some of these clowns. And it's the same ones over and over again. I can think of a handful of people that are actually, for as long as years, they've been anti-slab, and that's fine. And the one guy I have in mind, you know, it's like anything that anti-PSA, BGS comes around, it's like if he took a handful of Viagra's and he's gonna have to call a doctor in 4 hours. Never seen anyone get that so excited about the possible downfall or negative stuff about Slabgate. I could go on about some more. Or one more thing that I can talk about here that really shouldn't be talked about on Blowout. What is believed to be a PBM started talking about some stuff, and a prominent member of BOTA replied to him essentially saying, and I'm paraphrasing 100%, that he said to him, you've been doing this, you've been back into cards for a month, and I've been working on this for 7 months, 40 hours a week. Let that sink in for a minute. So somebody's been treating this like a full-time job. How does that happen? Who pays for that? It makes you wonder sometimes. But again, that's, you know, a topic for another day. So anyway, collect how you like. And all those years ago when I did the research on the Griffey, and I can't recommend you do You know, I can't recommend enough if you do research on stuff you want to pick up. Just because you want to think you want to know if you're getting a good price or not. And another thing, this is not an investment channel. There are enough of those on YouTube now. Invest in this, buy that, treat it like stocks, you know, win now, all that stuff. That's not me. If someone asks my opinion, I will give it. Some of my friends, some of my closer friends, if I think something is going to be more valuable in the future, I will tell them. I'll mention it to them. I have some of my friends more than others. You know, before the playoffs started, over the summer it was, I told one friend of mine, you know, you should really pick up a Soto 3D. Pick it up. I think it's going to go up. Pick it up. Because I don't even think I actually said that. I think it's going up because that's ridiculous to say. I think it's going to be more popular since he didn't have a Sapphire, and then the Acuna Sapphire took off. I missed the boat on the Acuna Sapphire, but I bought a Acuna 3D before they took off and doubled what they are now. I think the Soto I picked up almost tripled. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really concern myself too much with that, because it's always about the hunt. I like to say I've been told I have a pretty good track record. I've had at least one friend tell me that I'm usually ahead of the wave. And I thank you for that. You know who you are. So, like I said, I spent the $50 on this. The 10 would have been $200. I spent the $50 on this, and I spent the other $150 that I didn't spend on this 10. I spent it on this. I got this freeholder a couple years ago. But this very copy, this PSA 9 and the Ricky PSA 9. I spent the additional $150 that I could have bought this in a 10. I bought this in a 9 and this in a 9 for what one of these 10s would have been. So stop and think about what kind of collector you want to be. If you want to be, I guess, I don't know, if quantity versus quality, that's not really fair to say because these 9s look pretty good. You know, sure, the 10s, you know, a 10 Griffey now is like $400, and a 9 Griffey now is actually probably about $100. It's gone up recently, but that's not the point. The point is you want to collect. You know, as me as a rookie card. If anyone asks me, well, what do you collect? My first response is graded rookie cards. Because that's what I enjoy. You know, I come from a time when rookie cards were king. Kind of still are, I guess. But everyone, oh, the rookie card, the rookie card, the rookie card. You know, so that's just some food for thought, guys. I really appreciate the support. I really, really appreciate the support. You know, and I like doing these FaceTime ones on occasion because it's nice to have the camera turned around and on the desk and everything, and Harold showing, and Boba Fett's been getting a lot of attention recently. And but I haven't really been getting in any mail, really. And I just feel that's the better way to show off mail rather than hold it up. But, you know, for the purpose of this video, this makes sense. So I want to tell you that you matter more than you may know. And you're always going to hear that from me. You matter, always learning. Keep learning. Share your knowledge. Share, share, share. Don't be greedy. Share it. Please remember to be kind.